the idea was posed, what if the ocean has memory? And ever since then, we've been really inspired by that idea.
The Ocean Memory Project is all about being open to different perspectives about how to view things, from the artist's perspective, from the musician's perspective, to the scientist's perspective.
It's really about the community of people who are inspired by combining the concepts of ocean and memory. It can be very challenging to work at the intersections of disciplines. But here's the thing, a lot of times major discoveries happen when you mash two disciplines together and you're really looking at that gray area. And so I think that's kind of what happens with the Ocean Memory Project. If you mash together ocean and memory, you really start coming up with some interesting questions, and it puts an interesting lens on how to think about things and what questions to ask.
There's some basic ingredients that define memory. You have to receive information and have a way to store it or encode it. You have to have a way to recall that information, and that information has to help improve your fitness for the future. When we go to apply that to the ocean, well, that requires a different way of thinking. So in the Ocean Memory Project, we talk about all kinds of metaphorical things. We talk about ways of recording in the ocean that the ocean can't really use, but we can use to improve our future. And then we talk about actual real ocean systems that encode this information, recall it, and use it. There are memory systems in the ocean that are physical, geological, chemical, and biological.
I think we're innovating in new ways that we never ever have before by working with authors and artists. That's something that was never done before with science. I think science has kind of shown what's happening with climate, but we have to think more creatively and outside the box to do anything about it. I'm looking forward to reaching new groups of people that way and meeting them where they are.
How do sciences, humanities, and arts work together so that it's not just a handoff of like, okay, scientist does something, hands it off to an artist communicates it to the public so they care. I mean, we hear about these things, that's great, but it can be a lot more than that. These collaborations, especially if you start them at the process stage instead of the product stage, then you can really change what that end product could be, and then it's a truly integrative product.
I take great optimism from the next generation. There's always still time in my mind. There's always still the possibility to make changes, to improve, to repair the past. The ocean is just a beautiful place. If we could bring that experience somehow to everybody, I think that would just have an enormous shift in how we operate on the planet.